Hey guys, Armani Ragsdale here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this beginner-friendly baby blanket. This beautiful blanket is honestly the perfect gift idea for a baby shower. So if you're interested in learning, keep watching. At Target right now and I found this cute little hanging basket. This is the basket that I've decided that I'm gonna give Ashley's her blanket in. I'm gonna basically like sit the blanket on the inside of the basket and it's just gonna hang out and it's just gonna look super cute. I love the weave work on the basket. I don't know, it just looks so freaking cute. And I think this is like the vibe of what she's gonna make Yayari's room. And I think this basket's gonna be a cute little touch. I know it's gonna be a cute little touch. So I also found this cute little teething toy for Yayari. This is gonna be so cute and it's gonna go so well with the vibe of the gift. I really love it. Look at these other ones. If I had a kid, my kid would have one of these because these are uber cute. These are cute too. Yo. Starbucks. I think I'm gonna get this pacifier too because I like the green one. I like the green contrast with the I guess you could say peach flamenco, and the basket and the baby blanket's gonna be peach too. I literally came to Marshall specifically for this bag. I love the handles on this one. That's so Cashier number 5. My turn. Okay guys, so I bought this cute peach Bernat baby blanket yarn. I bought 2 balls, each were $5.97 a piece. One ball sits at 10.5 ounces, 300 grams. So that's a pretty nice size ball. I literally only had to buy 2. This yarn is so soft to the touch. It's so soft. That's one of the reasons why that baby in the photo is so freaking happy. And I also have this P hook. I got it from Walmart a long time ago, so I really don't know the price, but I will have the link in the description box for the yarn and for the hook. Okay, so I'm just unwrapping it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, so if you look into the center of your ball of yarn, 9 times out of 10 you'll find a random straight piece. That piece is where you're going to want to start. Starting from the center helps you not get your work tangled, because if you start from the outside, you're more likely to get tangled. Alright guys, let's begin. So we're going to put this piece of yarn into a slip knot. I sound confident about telling you how to put this into a slip knot, but y'all, I don't know how to explain to you how to put it into this slip knot. I mean, I'm sorry. I wish I could explain it to you, but I can't, baby. I just don't know how. So what you can do is you can pause the video and rewind it and pause it and rewind it again, and then you're going to be able to figure it out. And if you can't, just try again. I believe in you, baby. I believe in you. And here we have our slip knot. Shing. It looks good. So our next step is to chain 42. We're going to put the hook in the new hole we just made, and we're just going to go. We're just going to make our foundation chain. I remember whenever I was a kid, y'all, this is the only thing I knew how to do. My grandma taught me, and child, I made a chain from here to about China. I was just going and going and going. So that's what I'm going to need you to do until you get to 42. Chain 42. Okay, don't make it reach to Africa, China. Don't make it go across the country like I did. Just go ahead. Once you reach 42, you're done. Well, you ain't done, but you're done with your foundation chain. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to use to start the blanket. This foundation chain is important because we don't want it to be too tight and we don't want it to be really loose. We need it to be a decent size apart so that we can stick our hook through the chain. So with this project, all you need to know how to do is 2 stitches. You need to know how to do a chain and a double crochet. So right now we're going to count 4 from the hook and we're going to start our double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, pull the yarn through the foundation chain, and then we're going to yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull it through 2 more loops. And now we have our first double crochet. All right, now we're going to do another double crochet, but we're going to put it through the exact same hole that we put the first double crochet stitch through. So you yarn over, you pull it through. You're going to have 3 holes on the hook. We're going to yarn over, pull it through 2, and then yarn over, and then we're going to pull it through the last 2, and then we have 2 double crochets on our blanket. All right, so we're going to keep on moving. We're going to skip 1 chain and go to the next one. So count 2 over, and then we're going to do another double crochet. You're going to be very familiar with your double crochet on this blanket because, like I said, all you need to know how to do is 2 stitches. We just continue the double crochet, honestly, for the remainder of the blanket. So we're going to yarn over, pull it through these last 2 right here. And here we have another double crochet. But what's funny is we're just going to go exactly through the same hole that we just put that 1 double crochet in. We're going to create another one. And we're going to kind of start creating a V-stitch. You'll kind of like see what I mean once we keep going. It's going to create somewhat of a V. And that's how you know you're doing it right. Okay, so as you're following along the chain of the blanket, you need to make sure you're putting your double crochets into the correct chain. So you're going to skip over, and then you're going to put a double crochet into that chain. And then you're also going to put another crochet into the exact same hole that you put the first one. And then you're going to skip a chain, and then put 2 more double crochets into the next one, and then skip a chain, and then put 2 more double crochets into the next one. And you need to follow along that pattern until you get towards the end, because if you mess this up, your blanket's gonna automatically start off looking wonky, and we don't want that. It's for the kids. We're making the blankets for the kids. Okay, let's take a look at our work. Oh, it's looking so good. It's coming out really good. At the end, when you see the complete blanket, you will love it. I know y'all probably looking at this little small piece and y'all are like, why is she so excited? What's wrong with her? But no, y'all don't understand. You have no idea. When it's finished, you're going to be so excited. You're probably going to steal your baby's blanket. You're probably going to steal somebody else's baby's blanket. That's how bomb it is. You're probably going to sit there and make you one because it's soft. It's that soft. Bruh, you going to fall in love. Okay, so we're almost finished with this row, not the blanket. What I'm doing right now is I'm putting 2 more double crochets into this 1 chain right here, and then after that we kind of have special instructions. It's not that special, but it's special enough that it's different, kind of different from the rest. All right, so we're going to be putting this very last double crochet into the very last chain. In this one, we're only going to put 1. I know on all the other ones, we would put 2 double crochets into the chain, but this one right here, we're only going to put 1. And voila! We are officially done with our first row of double crochet, and it looks amazing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at my work, and then I'm going to go to the end and I'm going to start counting each one of my double crochet stitches. I'm going to count to 40. This is something my great-grandma taught me whenever I was younger and she was teaching me how to make blankets. She told me to always go back and count each row to ensure that the blanket has the same numbers and each row is going to be even. The first row is going to be slightly different from the second, but then after that, each row should all be the same. Remember, the lucky number is 40. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chain 3. So once you're finished, you're going to chain 3. So once I finish chaining 3, this next step is very important. I'm going to be turning my work and I'm going to begin from this side. So what we're about to do now is we're going to start with a double crochet, but we're going to be putting our double crochet through this hole right here. We're only going to be putting 1 double crochet through this hole, and you should be very familiar with it because we've done it a million times by now. After this one, we're going to skip to the next hole and we're going to put 2 double crochets in this hole. And then after we're finished with those 2, we're going to go to the next hole and we're going to put 2 double crochets through that hole. And we're going to continue to follow that type of pattern until we get towards the end. So have fun. Keep putting 2 double crochets into each hole. So this is me stopping to give you a little visual of what it's starting to look like, and it's looking nice, but we're just going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing until we finish this row. Okay, so we're almost done with this row. We just finished putting 2 double crochets in the hole before that. What we're going to do now, instead of putting a double crochet through that last hole, we're going to put it through the very top chain at the end. The very top chain. So now that we're finished with the second row, we're just going to go to the other end of our work and we're going to start counting, but we're going to count 39 this time. Like I said, it's very important for you to count your work whenever you're finished with each row because it's going to ensure that your blanket is not going to be sideways. You're going to have a nice even blanket and it's going to look beautiful. So guess what, guys? Guess what we're about to do next? We're about to chain 3 and then we're going to turn our work over and then we're going to do a double crochet and we're just going to keep doing this until we're finished the blanket. So I turn my work and I'm going to put 1 double crochet through the first hole and then I'm going to go to the next hole and I'm going to do 2 double crochets and then go to the next hole and do 2 double crochets till I get to the end. And once I get to the end, I'm going to put a double crochet through the top chain, not through the hole, through the top chain. So remember, whenever you begin your chain 3, your next step is to put a double crochet through the next hole, not through the V-stitch. Do not put your double crochet through the V-stitch. Put it through the first hole. Then skip over and put 2 double crochets through the next hole, not the V-stitch. And whenever you are finished with that row and you're ending the row, you need to put a double crochet through the top chain at the end, not the very last hole, but the top chain. Okay, so this is what we're looking like right now, and we keep doing this pattern until we get to the desired length of our blanket. Right now what I'm showing you here is 1 ball of yarn. This is only 1 ball of yarn. If I wanted to, I could have stopped right here, but I felt like it wasn't long enough. I wanted to make sure that the baby could grow with the blanket. Yo, this is nice. Look at this pattern. It is so freaking beautiful. I love it. So remember, I just told you I finished 1 ball of yarn. So I know you're wondering, Armani, how do you attach the first ball of yarn to the second ball of yarn? Well, if you keep watching, I'm going to tell you. Okay, it's simple, very simple fix. All I'm about to do right now is just tie it in a knot. Just 1 knot. Do you know how to tie things in a knot? If you do, here you go. I'm just about to tie it in a knot. And that's it. I'm done. That's how I attach it. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. So if you want to, you can cut the little pieces from the knot off right away. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have done it. I guess I was just being lazy, but I mean, it kind of created more work for me eventually. But I would recommend you tie it in a knot and just cut the pieces off right away. I didn't do that. I just worked it into the pattern that I was creating, and then whatever was sticking out, I eventually just took some scissors and snipped it. But like I said, it'll be easier to just snip it whenever you first tie it in a knot, so you won't have to go back and do that. So like I said, all I did was create extra work for myself. Here I am going back to snip the ends off so that the work can look seamless. If I would have did it at first, then I wouldn't have had to do it. But you know, as long as you get the job done, that's all that matters. So if you're ever looking at it and you realize that a piece that you cut off is still sticking out, all you have to do is push it back into your work. You can take a needle and do it, or you can do it with your fingers, but eventually it blends seamlessly. So guess what? Guess what, guys? I got to the desired length of my blanket, and now all I'm about to do is tie it off. I'm basically pulling the loop out, and I'm going to grab my scissors till it gets to a length that I want, and I'm just going to snip. And that's it. I'm just going to cut it off. I like to try to make sure I cut it off directly in the center, because if you cut one side more than the other, you might accidentally cut the wrong side. I don't know if you noticed, but I had to pull out the remaining piece from the ball of yarn. I had to pull that out, and you don't want to cut the wrong piece, because if you cut the wrong piece, then you're gonna have a problem. But what I'm doing right now is I'm basically just gonna tie it off at the end. I'm just gonna tie a knot, but I'm gonna tie it into my work. I used a needle for this, what will help you if you use a smaller needle, but I didn't feel like getting up to go get one, but I ended up tying it into my work. And now all I'm gonna do is continue to weave it into my work. And for me, that string was a little bit long. I didn't feel like weaving the whole entire piece of string that I cut into my work, so eventually I ended up cutting it off. So like I said, I eventually grabbed my scissors and I did a little snip and it was done. And I just pushed the little piece into my work and it was good. Okay, this is the other end. This is the end that I started off with. I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of tie it into my work, and then I'm going to weave it into my work. And then the remaining piece that I have left, I'm just going to snip it off. If I don't want it, I'm just going to snip it off. If it's a short little piece of string, then I'll just weave it into my work. But if it's too long, I just snip. Those scissors become your best friend. Look at my scissors out here doing magic tricks. And now I am officially finished. Y'all, this blanket is bomb. It's so bomb. OMG, guys, look at what we have created. I am definitely going to be making a larger blanket for myself, so stay tuned for that. It is the fall time. It's going to be a little bit cooler out, and I'm going to need a blanket, y'all. It's going to be cold. But honestly, I wish I could let you guys feel how soft this blanket is. Y'all, it's so soft. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And also, comment and let me know if you feel like this DIY blanket was a great baby shower gift idea. Also, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to your girl. How are you going to know that I posted another video if you're not subscribed? I'll wait. But go ahead, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified the moment the video uploads. All right, guys, I love you so much, and I thank you again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.